Hello everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining me. It's the 30th of August. What am I doing? I am here. I was going to do some decorating actually. Next door I had some things that needed decorating and I realised I'd run out of my decorating pigment and I'd have to make some more. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But before that, I've got something to show you next door. Let's go there. Beautiful afternoon. It's about 4:45. Yes. Yeah, so we had on the table, on the decorating table here, you can see it's been taken over by all these Leach treadle wheels. I just picked them up from my carpenter a couple of days ago, and I thought I'd just show them to you. Stainless steel, and yeah, walnut, cherry, and then the frame, the legs, etc. This is all maple. This is a kit, obviously. There's some varnishing is required. Apart from that though, it's all complete. Crankshafts, these are all the cranks. We got in these bags we got like the seat. These are the flywheels, which are marine ply, with the 4 compartments for ballast. Oh yeah, down here, these are like all the stuff required to put the wheel together. The bearings, the brackets, the nuts and bolts, chains, all sorts of stuff. All in there. And yeah, so there's basically what we got here is for 3 wheels. That's all the legs there, etc. 1, 2 and 3. And the three trays. He does a very good job on these, I have to say. Yes, and in here we have, these are all the wheel heads. These are all the wheel heads with back pins, of course. So yeah, so these wheels, I've got to get them into their boxes. Just went down to another carpenter locally here. We got some boxes, as you can see on the back of the trailer there, some boxes to put them in, to ship them out. So I'm taking another order for another batch of these. In fact, I've already got about 2 people or 3 even on the next batch. So if you're somebody that's interested in one of these iconic Leach treadle wheels, Leach kick wheels, give me a shout. Alright, now's the time. I'm not going to be making them forevermore, just so you know. It's quite an effort to get it all together, you know. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Let's have a look. How do we make up how do I make up my my iron oxide pigment for decorating? So first of all, here is the recipe. 75% synthetic red iron oxide and 25% red clay. Okay, so I've done these decorating pigments using different kinds of iron oxide. because there are 3 or 4 different kinds of iron oxide. You've got just plain iron oxide, which would be sold as natural iron oxide, and then there is synthetic red iron oxide, which is what I'm using, and then there is yellow iron oxide, believe it or not, and there is black iron oxide. See this clay here? You notice this rather yellow ochre colour that is in the clay. That is yellow iron oxide, believe it or not. Yeah, I've even got a little thing of stuff up here of Spanish red iron oxide, which I haven't actually tried yet. I got it just for, I thought, I'm not so sure actually, there's not even another kind of red iron oxide. But anyway, so yeah, so basically, so that's the synthetic, and then we have the red clay, the 25% red clay. So this is basically red clay. You can use just a red clay, like a red terracotta clay. So that's that. Okay. So basically, how I'm going to do this, I'm actually only going to want to make up a relatively small amount. It lasts quite a long time. So I'm just doing this here. So basically, I'll zero that. Yeah, that weighs, allowing for the weight of the container. Actually, if I put that on, press tear, what do they call it, and then now put in, if I put in 2.5 ounces, if I just make it up, like say as a batch of a total of 10 ounces, then I would need to put in 2.5 ounces, because that would equate to 75%, wouldn't it? Any mathematicians out there? So that's 2.5 ounces of that. Okay, so the next thing what we're going to need to do is put that into a clean container, like that, for example. Next. Okay, so this is synthetic red iron oxide, and we're going to need, isn't it a lovely rich colour? I tell you, if you compare the colour of synthetic red iron oxide with natural, gosh, natural's like kind of muddy, it's like mud. The colour of muddy brown, but this is real vibrant, isn't it? So we're going to want 7 very messy stuff, this, by the way. You need to wash your hands. You need 7.5 ounces, don't you? Yes, we do. Oops. So, one thing about a digital balance, you can kind of get it. You can kind of get it exactly, can't you? So it's not critical. 7.51. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Right. Shut that up quickly before the wind comes and blows it everywhere. And I'll be in a right pickle. Be very careful with red iron oxide that it's just so messy, you know. Messy, messy, messy. Right, shut that up. Right, so that's, you're only using 25%, you see, of that clay. Right, so Now we're going to take that and put it in there together with okay. Now what I need to do with that, yeah, see, it's like wash everything thoroughly. So oh yes, what was I going to do? Yeah, I was going to get some, what I need to do is put some water in there and get it to slake down. I hope you like my singing tap. So this is to slake it down. Slake down means basically you need to soak it, you see, with water. You don't want to put water, mix water into dry glaze and then it takes a little time for it to break down, you know, so that process is called slaking down. It's not like, it's not snaking, it's slaking. L for like leech, you know. So I've got to break down the clay and all the dry. Actually, I should get one of my rubber spatulas. I love these things in the pottery. Do you have one of these? They're great, aren't they? So, yes, just to. It's going to take a little while, you see, for some of these, the clay just to break down. So that's what we're going to do. That is now, my recommendation is, after having added the water, etc., make sure it's all thoroughly saturated, and then just let the water do its stuff, you know, and help and break down the clay and everything. Touché, that's it. Finito, benito. It's done. We'll come back to that, and then what we should do is put it through a 100 mesh sieve. Remember that a sieve or a screen, it does two things. One is it removes the foreign bodies, foreign bodies. Yeah, the coarser elements that are left over in the manufacturing process. It removes the grits and things. But as well as that, it helps to mix the pigment. It helps to break it down. Okay, so you're going to need to sieve it. Afterwards, there we go. I don't know what else to show you or tell you. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I got something to show you over here actually. Yeah, well, these are some pots I made that were sort of past demos. These are expanded form pots that were paddled. Oh yeah, I even did you'll laugh, I did one of these. Didn't come out very well. It's supposed to be it's a paddle that says keep practicing on it. It's a little bit awkward to use, but I had a go. Yes, this is the one with the circles paddle. I don't sell these paddles anymore. I've just stopped doing them because I don't want to be just a manufacturer of generic paddles, you know, for people. You know, people, as in you lot, you've got to make your own paddles. don't use my designs and my paddles on everything. You see? Yeah, that was that paddle I just was talking about with I keep practicing on it. It's a little bit awkward to use because the way they situated the handle off to the side like that. But that's my mate Joey Wade's paddle he gave me. I like the paddle, but I've never been really able to use the other side. But yes, I was going to say, make your own paddles. All right. Now, not all of these I have made myself. Some of them I've got somebody else to make for me. And others, like Joey Wade's one, were gifted to me. That's an ozone, from an ozonator. That's a panel inside an ozonator, which is an air purifier. And I just saw that and I thought, oh yeah, maybe we could make a paddle out of that. There again is the old shelf liner. Not to mention the corn on the cob, of course. That is... Oh look, we've even got a fresh one here. How about that? That's a spare. That's a spare. Yeah, somebody gave me this one. So make your own. You see, be inventive. Look, this is that carpet underlay stuff. Somebody was on a workshop here the other day from Arizona and they brought me this. This is a cactus, remains of a cactus. It's quite strong. I haven't really quite figured out how to use it yet, but oh yeah, there's another one from a cactus. It's all interesting. Oh look, a butter. This is a butter paddle. I use that one. That's quite fun. Enjoy that. And I came across this actually today. This piece of, it's like a sushi thingy. This is a different one here. Another one with a sushi mat, I believe that is. I don't know if this one is a sushi mat exactly, but I can, using one of my other paddles, I can just wrap it around, you see. A couple of zip ties there to hold it. You see, you got yourself a paddle, your own paddle. The key is, don't buy all this generic stuff that all these pottery places. Sorry, it sounds like I'm having a rant now, doesn't it? Well, maybe I am. Maybe a rant is in order. But you know what? There's so many people who are potters out there, but they're buying all this generic stuff that's made, you know, all these pretty colours and all this pretty stamps and things. We've got to be making our own stamps, making our own paddles, not just buying stuff that is like computer generated, laser cut, all this. Because there's 500 other ones of them of the same that other people have got. How original is that, for heaven's sake? So get clay. Clay is a great medium for making stamps, even making paddles, you know, out of clay. And carve your own designs, create your own designs, and then they're yours. They're original to you. Not all this. Yeah, anyway, you get my point. So yeah, that's part of the reason I stopped making those wooden paddles. Anyway, I was going to show you that, and I was going to show you something else, wasn't I? I never got to it. Because I did this the other day, and I put it together, but I didn't show you how I did it. But I mean, well, it's not difficult, is it? There are a couple of little jam pots here. That's with the beer bottle cap decorator. You know that guy? Did I show it to you? Hang on. I did, I know, but in fact I did a video on making the thing, didn't I? You see? So, yeah, when I'm actually throwing this, when I finish it, I just hold this to the outside like that, and this thing spins and leaves that mark around there. Okay, anyway, yeah, this was the botijo, which you saw me throw, but I had to get it put together. I wasn't in the mood for filming, you know, and all that business. I was having a bad hair day. So, something like that. Anyway, so it didn't get filmed, but anyway, I'm going to make more of those. This is a botijo, a Spanish water container. They're usually always bisque fired, although I've broken the rules and I've made mine stoneware. But because really these operate better in a dry climate, and here in central Pennsylvania in the summer it's not dry enough, it's too humid, you see. But that's a fairly authentic in terms of design. They vary a little bit. Yeah, you fill it here with water. It's bisque fired, so the water does seep to the outside, but when it gets to the outside it just dries, you see. The water evaporates and that causes a drop in temperature. That's the original kind of, if you want to keep water cool, that's how people used to do it, using porous terracotta or porous bisque fired ware. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably just bisque fire that one actually. Not that it's going to be much good here in Pennsylvania, but it's just an interesting form, isn't it? I think just the shape of it, etc. Anyway, yeah, you saw me throwing the individual parts of that. I did not, in the end, if you remember, I threw on the wheel and cut off a piece that was going to be for the handle. In the end, I discarded that and I simply pulled a handle. I thought this is going to work a lot better actually just with a pulled handle. So that's what I did. There it is. Okay, folks. That's it for this video. Yeah. So what I'll do, I don't know if I'll be able to make a video of it, because I think this is going to probably, I need this iron oxide like rapido, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to be able to hang around to make a video. You don't need to see me putting it through a sieve anyway. You know what that's about. It's actually breaking down fairly quickly. Could be actually put through the sieve probably in 5-10 minutes. Okay, folks, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I've got a workshop here next weekend. If you're interested, give me a shout. Come along, join us. We're only a couple of people here, I think, so it's a small workshop, but you're more than welcome to come. If you're nearby and that grabs you. And apart from that, yeah, there's another workshop at the end of September, and then October there's 2 workshops. November there's 2 workshops. Yes, if you're interested in a Leach treadle wheel, give me a shout on that. They will be ready around mid-November. I'm going to put in the order very soon now, and they should be ready mid-November. So if you're interested, let me know. Okay, thanks a lot. As always, keep practicing, have fun, enjoy life, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.